All right, guys. Not using my squeaky chair because so many have been concerned by the noise, but it's here, just in case the New World Order is listening. This is the East Coast Economic Update for May the 22nd, 2009. I'm going to, of course, list a number of things here for you to review. And I am going to end this video with a warning, or pretty much a warning. But anyway, so first thing is, as you've probably been watching for the last couple of days or weeks now, the stock market is starting, well, the last 2 weeks anyway. The stock market is starting to act like like a normal market, responding to total news, not just hearsay from Geithner and company. I would, as I said a couple of weeks ago, watch the bond markets, actually a couple of months ago, and the bond markets, the 10 and 30 year, are getting closer and closer. Also, gold is up near almost, at one point it was up at 962. I will place here a channel of what I refer to as the German economist. He is in Germany, and he is a professor, apparently, a PhD in economics in Berlin. He had indicated a couple of months ago that once gold hit 1,050 an ounce, the gold market would go hyperbolic. In other words, it'd get up to 1,050 and then shoot straight up to whatever, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000. The moment it does that, ladies and gentlemen, is the moment that the bond market will probably simultaneously invert, as I've been talking about, and the dollar will collapse. Guys like Bill Gross at PIMCO indicate that eventually S&P is going to come to its senses and drop the credit rating of the United States, which will be the first time the credit rating will have dropped below AAA status since the S&P has been setting credit ratings. Part of the reason is that you don't piss on your own boss's leg. So if you're living in the United States, it's tough to screw your boss. So, but it's going to have to happen, because if they don't do it, guys like Dubai, China, and Europe, especially the ECB, will do it first. And if they do it, it'll take away the S&P's validity, if it has any left. Also, I'm going to put here is the Cassandra Review blogspot. Carmen, if your blogspot is now one of my permanent tabs, every time I log onto my computer, I am looking at your blogspot every time. And I would encourage everyone to do the same. She digs very nice deep rabbit holes where you can just keep digging right from that point. There's only so much information she can do in a day, and she doesn't charge you any money for it. So I won't go down that conversation again, but these people are honest. Carmen is fantastic, probably the smartest person on YouTube, if not one of the smartest, and she goes out of her way to share information with people that she doesn't have to, and she probably could get paid a lot of money for it. So take the time, take this advantage of her kindness and her generosity, and use the information she's giving you. If you're investing, I wouldn't be investing right now. I haven't bought a stock since 2007, January 2007, so I would definitely not do it. But if you are, and you're playing shorts, her information is very critical. You can use it for that. You can use it also to plan out your escape. And that's what I'm doing, as it's one of the jewels that I'm looking at, besides the bond market and gold market and some other sites. Which now brings me to my warning. A couple of videos ago, I had said to people, get out of your, pay off your debt, sell your house. Now, I'm not a financial planner, and of course, what I'm telling you is strictly opinion, and you can do whatever you wish. I am a rabbi, and I feel that I'm a pretty deeply spiritual human being, though I say it myself. But I would say this to you, ladies and gentlemen. From my past warning, you have, if I'm right, 30 days left before you can sell anything that anybody will even think of buying. That includes excess junk that you have on eBay to raise cash to pay off your credit cards or to short sell your house. What I would suggest, and I'm telling you that this is what I'm doing presently, is start to get with groups of like mind. Now, I'm not telling you to join a religious organization or even to join my religious organization, but I am telling you that I am having a active conversation with my rabbinical union and with brothers and sisters of my same faith in regard to creating what is known in Hebrew as a kibbutzim, or farms, kibbutzes, as it's commonly known in English. You don't have to climb into the middle of the Blue Ridge Mountains of Tennessee and dig a hole to have a community. Many of the suburban setups that you presently have, these little cul-de-sacs that exist, can be purchased with a group of people pooling their money together, and you can start to grow food and to start to live as a community. There is strength in numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Even the Lone Ranger had Tonto. So there is no such thing as a Lone Ranger. There is no I in team, just as I'm jumping out all these terms. But basically what I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is, and I'm being serious with you because this is going to be my last warning, because the next warning is just going to be the warning that it's over. I am not an apocalyptic human being. I don't believe in an apocalypse. I don't believe in a rapture. I don't believe in a second coming. I do believe, primarily, that cycles happen. There are wars, there is peace, and empires are born, graze, grow, mature, and then die. Rome did this. People thought it was the end of the world, and we dropped ourselves into the Dark Age, which brought about the Enlightenment, which then brought about democracy and our country, the country I live in, the United States, and this too shall pass, and a new thing will rise. It is important that you protect yourself. Do not plan for a season. Plan for generation upon generation. Jews are the original conspiracy theorists. If you don't believe me, read Exodus. The belief that God would pull them out of this trouble, and then followed by 40 years, a full generation of them screwing up and finally returning or entering the land in which Jacob left 400 years earlier, 430 years earlier. Jews have always been the ones that always felt that this can't last. And that's partially because of the way Jews have been treated over 2,000 years and before. But primarily, I will give you this wisdom that most Hebrews carry within them, even genetically and even spiritually, which is this. You plan always. You join together. You don't get yourself into debt. You plan for generations ahead, not what you're going to get. So instead of buying that boat and going to Cancun, save that 20% that you make every day, no matter how hard it hurts, and save it for your children. And then teach your children to do the same. They will never be poor, and I'm using it like this, in the sense that they will always have enough to survive. In 1929, the old saying goes, I want my children to be better off than I was. They didn't mean that they wanted you to have a 2-car garage and what have you. What they wanted you to have is the stability that you could work and have honest work and not starve. Other than that, there was no other reason to go beyond that point. So basically what I'm telling you to do is start to reach out to people of like mind, sell your home, short sell it. Or if you live in a cul-de-sac or in a large group of land, sell off the parcels to other people and pool your money together. Because this is going to be the future lifestyle. It's not just going to be this one incident. If you believe in a second coming and a rapture, fine. If you're wrong, you're screwed. So I leave you with those thoughts, and peace to you, and Shabbat Shalom.